quarter three.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one is maybe not exactly in the bag yet, but there is definitely a big mountain to climb in this third quarter. The teams are already back out there, so let's not waste any time as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside.
The pass complete to number 89. A gain of 9 yards. And the Vikings first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a throw here to his running back. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Taylor. 54 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
He was tackled at the 37-yard line. A gain of 5. And the Vikings first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Running left, Taylor. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. From the left hash, this from 37. The kick by Bass is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. In every game, teams are looking for that momentum shift, and that run there, the offense feels like, hey, maybe we can get something going, but defensively, they've slowed them down the entire game. They don't want to turn into more. They're going to try and figure out a way to take it back on this next play.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throw left side, complete to Chase.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then he curls back inside for the completion.
A pair of 1st downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 65 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong. I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, I guess that's one way to slow him down, try to grab him by the face mask.
Well, nothing else seems to have worked because he certainly had his way running the football in this one.
So the face mask moves him closer, and now 1st and goal. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Taylor. And he's got some space here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well. Because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 33. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Complete to Dawson Knox. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 26-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Complete to number 86. It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Vikings.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. They'll check this one down to Taylor. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll bring up a 2nd down.
2nd and 3 at the Cowboys' 13-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And the Vikings are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
1st and goal, Minnesota.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Taylor. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Here's Taylor again, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Jonathan Taylor, excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Extra point by Bass, up and good, as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Open man is Chase, complete. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. Now a handoff here to his running back. 78 yards on the ground for him so far.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete.
Well, listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
And the Cowboys are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game ceiling. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt-away-the-game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down by 15. Just under 2 minutes to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man on the out route. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
They'll look to throw now on first down. To the right side, complete to Taylor. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll look to throw here on first down. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
And the Vikings first down.
Back to throw here. And his pass incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Finding Knox there, complete. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They're going to look to throw. He sets to fire deep. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again. Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. And to give this time to the tailback. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. He'll look to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The Cowboys on their way to victory as they take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.